I'm trying to decide a fall outfit. I have the bag that I'm working on here. I was thinking, guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm B, and I'm gonna start off by saying sorry if it's echoey, and also the time on the oven is wrong, and also the kitchen that I'm in is different because our construction that's been going on for the past few months is finally done. It was to the basement. This is the basement kitchen, so if you ever see me in here, that is why. Everything is in our kitchen upstairs, but I just thought it'd be fun to vlog here because it's super bright looking, and I just love change. Like, I love new things, so I wanted to experience the new kitchen. Oh, also cooked in it last night for Thanksgiving dinner, which I'm so excited because to me, Thanksgiving lasts more than just a day because then you get the leftovers for the next few days, which is why I'm also unashamedly having pumpkin pie for breakfast, because you have to do that the day after Thanksgiving dinner. It's just leftovers all day. Anyway, welcome to the vlog. It's gonna be a cozy few days in my life. We're gonna do lots of reading, lots of writing, lots of cozy fall hobbies, and also I'm gonna try to make it a goal to go outside and experience some of the beauty of fall, because I feel so lucky to live in a place where fall is so pretty, like the leaves changing colors and lining the streets like confetti. Like, it's so pretty and feels extra criminal to stay inside when it looks like that outside. So I'm gonna make it a goal to maybe go for a walk or even a drive if I'm feeling lazy, just something to experience the beauty of fall before it's gone and then the trees are barren and depressing looking. But anyway, I am still sticking to a daily word count goal. For those of you who don't know, I am working on the first draft of my, is this the third romance novel ever that I've been working on? Fourth, yeah. Yes, the fourth one. And I'm so excited to write it. I'm so excited to get into it, but my mind is completely on Beartown right now, and so I have to keep reading. I have to keep reading first. It's been so rare since I've had this feeling where I'm like completely gripped by a book and I'm like, I need to know what happens next. I have to stop everything that I'm doing and read. I'm like walking around my house like this. Like, it's been so long since I've had that feeling, so I am going to take advantage of it. It's not that I've been in like a reading slump or anything. It's just that I've been picking up my book less over the past few weeks, like wanting to read. Like, I'd usually watch TV or something else, but I think it's because I've been reading a lot of back-to-back romance, which I know my romance writer is my most like read genre, but back to back, it can get a little boring for me, predictable. Like, I don't know, I really needed a genre switch up, so I'm so glad that I picked this up a while ago. We are now on page 150. I've been reading mostly on my Kindle, to be honest, because the font in this is pretty small, but it is picking up. I don't know how we are 150 pages into the book. That's like almost halfway, and the inciting incident hasn't happened. If you're a writer, you probably know that that's like kind of crazy, but we are inching up to it, and I'm just like, I need to know what happens, but I'm also so anxious because I know it's bad, and I'm mentally preparing myself for that. But I'm also at this point super invested in the characters, because the way he writes characters, I'm like, these are real people. Like, these are real, and there's one particular character, if anything happens to him at any point in this book, I will not be okay. Like, yeah, if you don't know what this book is about, which I didn't when I first read, I don't know why I started reading this, but I didn't know what the book was about. I just heard a lot of good things about Frederick Backman, and I also read Anxious People by him, and I loved that book. But it's about a small town who's super devoted to hockey and their youth hockey team, and it follows a bunch of different people in this town and their lives and the different ways that they experience hockey or have a relationship with it, which sounds like such a simple plot, but the way he's using that to examine relationships and identity and a lot of deeper themes is what's getting me so invested in this book. I love his writing style so much, and so far everything I've read feels like a build up to what is starting to happen right now, because the first line in this book is very ominous. Late one evening toward the end of March, a teenager picked up a double-barreled shotgun, walked into the forest, put the gun to someone else's forehead, and pulled the trigger. This is the story of how we got there. Like, things are happening. I'm scared, but I also need to know what's gonna happen. I need to keep reading. So this is what I'll be doing for the unforeseeable future. Also, I know some people will come for me for this because Matt has, my friends have, but Serena and I grew up heating up our pumpkin pie. Like, we love not just warm, but like hot pumpkin pie over like cold like this. Like it tastes good like this, but it tastes better hot. And I don't know anyone else who's like that except for us, but I will forever keep warming up my pumpkin pie. I'm gonna go heat it up right now. I love how I made my bed just to get in it again, but this is exactly why I want a reading chair for my room, because I have my desk, but I see it as my writing zone. Like I can read there, but it's more so like I associate that with like productivity. And then my bed, I try not to sit in unless it's the evening, because I feel like sometimes I get tired if I'm sitting in bed all day or during the day. But yeah, I want a reading chair where I can be cozy and comfy but not be in bed. Anyway, for now, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay guys, update with my sister singing in the background, sorry. But we are now on chapter 23, and something that Frederick Bachman was foreshadowing just happened. So it's not the action that is from the first line, like it's not that plot point, but I think it's what will lead up to that point. So the beginning of the end, if that makes sense. Because the first half of this novel, he was introducing us to the characters and to the town, like what Bear Town is, who these people are. But something just happened that's going to show us like what they're made of, and will probably reveal more to us about them than anything that's happened so far. So I'm very, very intrigued to see what happens from this point onwards, the decisions people make, the reactions that they have, how different characters cope. I'm not going to spoil anything that happens, so it's hard for me to fully share my thoughts without saying, so I'm not going to say that. I will say check trigger warnings if you want to read this book. I kind of went into this book blindly, so I didn't fully know the things that would happen. But again, I think there's enough foreshadowing done that you can kind of realize what it's going to lead up to. And I don't know if that, I feel like that might be intentional. But yeah, very intrigued to see what happens next. But I really, really, really need to take a break and write. It's like that quote that I've seen somewhere where it's like to consume less and create more, because sometimes you're constantly, like for me, like I'm a content creator too. Sometimes I can be constantly watching other things and then it detracts from myself creating more. And so that's something I've been more conscious of. And then I feel like that also ties into reading. Like obviously, actually it doesn't really tie in the same way, because I feel like I need to read more, because the more that I read, the more I feel the urge to write. However, when I'm reading these published books by other authors and I'm still working on publishing my own, it kind of reminds me like you've got to get there too, you've got to put in the work. So I'm going to try to hit the daily word count goal that I set in my last vlog, which is 1,000 words a day. I don't think I wrote yesterday. Did I write? No, it was Thanksgiving, so I didn't write. So that's okay. It was a holiday. But if I can make up for that word count, that would be fantastic. So let's make a drink. I think I want either an apple cider, because that's like the best fall drink. I will accept no arguments about that. Or a coffee. I am a little tired. I could do a mocha, hot chocolate and coffee, but I really want apple cider. Maybe apple cider will be my evening drink and I'll have a little mocha. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna make a cozy little cute little fall writing drink. I did want to get outside today though. We're gonna see if that's gonna happen. But yeah, for right now I want to get some writing in. So drink, sitting at my computer to write. Yay! Writing is going well. I'm locked in. I'm still on chapter 3 because I wrote it and then got an idea, I think a couple days ago, don't remember how long ago, of a different direction that I wanted to take this chapter and how the scenes unfold. So I went back, had to kind of like chop it in the middle and include a new scene in that middle part. So that's the scene that I'm working on right now. And then I'll have to adjust the ending based off of that. So right now the chapter is a little chonky. It's at 2.2k words, which I don't find chonky, but for knowing the fact that I have to add so much more to this, it's probably gonna break up into the 4th chapter. I feel like I just said a lot of things that just aren't necessary, but that's where I'm at. That's my update. We are at 6.4k words into this draft. Just crazy. Like, we're slowly inching our way to 10,000. I was thinking, guys, I've been seeing that a lot of people are going to be doing Nano 2.0 or Novel November, or I think Sarah Cannon has something called like a roughest draft something. I don't know. There are a lot of November novel writing challenge ideas circulating, and I really want to participate because even though I already started this and I wouldn't be starting from zero, having the goal to write 50,000 words in the month of November could put me at finishing this draft in the month of November, which would be amazing because at the pace that I'm going right now, it wouldn't be done in a month. But if I challenge myself to do Novel November, which I literally started this channel doing the challenge where I write a story every November, and I think I won twice, or was it just one time? I don't remember, but it's always so fun and so rewarding. So I think I'm gonna do that. And I wanna know if you guys are gonna be participating, which one you're gonna be participating in. I guess it's mostly gonna be the same all around, which is writing a novel in 1 month. But yeah, very excited about that. I'm gonna have dinner. I'm so hungry and I'm so excited to have Thanksgiving leftovers, and I'm feeling kind of tired, so we're gonna relax the rest of the evening. I'll crochet or color, whatever I'm feeling up to. I think it's so important to have a cozy reset in the evening and unwind. You're refilling your creative well, so don't feel guilty when you do it. I've learned to not feel guilty about it. I enjoy it so much. And yeah, now that it's fall, it just feels so cozy to like romanticize time spent indoors and doing little hobbies. So very excited. Okay, we're on the hunt to find Chris's book because it released yesterday. It says there are 2 copies at this bookstore, so. We found it! Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Can't believe Chloe Gong blurbed it. That's crazy. Yay. Back from the cafe. Oh my gosh, you guys, that was such a good writing session. I literally love writing at cafes so much. I'm so locked in, even though there's like music playing, people nearby. I don't know what it is about a cafe, but I just get so locked in. I had such an amazing session. I'll tell you about it, give a writing update, but first I gotta change. I'm freezing. It is officially fall weather now, which honestly not mad about because I'm the type of person where I'd rather be cold than hot, because cold you can just layer up, bundle up, get cozy, but when you're like really hot, it's just like you feel all like uncomfortable and your brain's like, I just would way prefer being cold. So I'm gonna shower, cozy up, eat dinner, and I want to keep writing. Also, I painted my nails black because my thumbnail broke off, so I had to cut the rest of my nails, and I didn't want to go to the salon and have to pay money because I'm in my money saving era. So I was like, I'm just gonna do my nails myself. And so, you know, not gonna get too close to them because whenever I do my nails myself, they do not end up well. But I figured short red or short black would be good for fall. I would have preferred dark red, but I didn't have any dark red nail polish, so I did black. But yeah, it's giving the fall vibes. Fall, spooky, spall. Did I say spall? Spall. Oh my gosh, I said it again. Fall spooky vibes. I gotta eat dinner. Guys, the vibes are so cozy right now. I'm gonna have a late night writing session, even though it's 7:40, but I consider that late night because anytime I write past the dinner time, it's late for me. But I'm just in such a writing mood right now. I want to continue my story. I'm so excited. And the more that I write before November for the Novel November challenge, the less words I'll have to get a day to finish the draft. My drafts are usually below 50k, like my very first drafts, which this one I'm considering a 0 draft / first draft. draft because I'm doing a lot of discovery writing, and that's when I call it a zero draft, when I'm kind of writing to figure out the plot. Like I have the major points plotted out following the beat sheet, but a lot of the plot I'm kind of figuring out as I go, which I was talking about this with Serena at the cafe because I was asking her opinion on a specific plot point that I wanted to do, and she was like, oh my gosh, wait, so you don't like have that all planned out before you start writing? And I was like, no, honestly, like I know what the inciting incident is gonna be, I know the setup, I know a couple of scenes that I want in the middle, and I know the ending, but the murky part is usually like the fun and game section, and then also like the scene by scene by scene in the major beat that I plotted out, if that makes sense. But it just works so well for me this way because I feel like it flows so naturally when I'm doing something, and then I think of like what comes next while I'm writing it. Discovery writing, literally. And yeah, oh my gosh, sometimes I like my point leads to something else, and I don't know what I started talking about. Anyway, yeah, I'm just excited to have a late night writing session and continue working on this. Oh yeah, I was saying novel November I want. Oh yes, I was saying my drafts usually fall a little bit under 50k. For Into Limelight, actually I don't remember how long that first draft was, but Conditions Attached, which I worked on at the beginning of this year, it was probably the shortest first draft that I've ever had. It was like 40,000 something words, but editing is where I really add a good chunk of words. Like Into the Limelight ended up being 81,000 words at the end, which falls into the expected word count for a young adult romance, which is great. But I don't really concern myself with word count for the first draft because I know that there's going to be so much editing. So yeah, all that to say, I'm pretty sure if I have the goal to write 50,000 words in November, I will complete my first draft, which is so exciting. But yeah, gonna do some writing right now. I have such cozy fall vibes with my fall mug. You guys have probably seen this already because I cycle through my only 2 fall mugs throughout the entirety of fall because duh, I want to get a good use out of them. And I have my apple cider with cinnamon in here, which is like my go-to fall drink. And then I have this room spray that Annika got me a while back for my birthday. The scent is golden. I'm really bad at describing scents. I don't know. I really like the smell. I don't like smells that are overly sweet, and this isn't that. It's more of like a natural scent, kind of like a mix between leaves and apples, like the leaves Bath and Body Works candles smell in apples. But yes, I love spraying this in my room to set the fall vibe. And I'm gonna put the fireplace on the TV, my jazz music in the background, my go-to jazz Spotify playlist, and we're gonna keep writing. Also guys, so exciting, I think I finally have a title locked down so that I no longer have to call it Project Wildflower, although I could still refer to it as that. But I have to thank this lovely person's comment because they commented on my brainstorming vlog a title idea for me, because I was like, I said in that vlog, like I don't know what I would title this, and they said Anywhere But Here, and I've had it at the back of my mind, but then today I thought about it because I was filling out my Milanote board for the story. I have my story planned on so many different things. I have it on Scrivener, Notion, Milanote. I don't know why. I just like to have it on everything that I can. But yeah, open my Milanote story planner, and then it has like a section where you can put a book cover. Obviously, I plan to traditionally publish, so I don't have a book cover, but I like to design one for fun. So I kind of just quickly designed on Canva a placeholder one, but then I was like, I don't want to put Project Wildflower, like I want a title. And then I thought of that comment, and then I told Serena about it because she right now is basically my sounding board for this story. Like I'm asking her about everything just to get a secondary opinion. But I asked her like, what do you think about this title for this book? And she was like, oh my gosh, that's perfect for your book. I love that so much. She was super enthusiastic about it. So I'm so excited because I do think it's a really good fit. Like Anywhere But Here, it just works so well. So thank you so much to her for commenting that, and thank you to everyone who commented title suggestions. But yeah, I don't know, that's really exciting. Okay, I'm gonna stop yapping. I was in a yapping mood. I feel like you guys are like my writing besties, so I just want to tell you guys everything. But yeah, but anyway, it's time to write. Prince is meowing at the door to come in, so I gotta go let him in, and then we write. Update guys, we are at 823 words for the day. I say that with excitement because even though it's not my word count goal of 1,000 words, I am very excited with how the writing went for today. It just flowed. I got to write some delicious banter between Reed and Georgia. I love writing banter. It's probably my favorite thing to write. What I don't love to write are descriptions, and I'm so happy that this is the first draft because I get to slap a placeholder in there and leave that to be a later view problem. But yes, I'm gonna end off here because it's in the middle of action, and that gets me more motivated to go into the next writing session when I end in the middle of something exciting rather than having to start a new chapter or a new scene for the next writing session. So this is actually a really good spot to end. I'm on the 4th chapter. We're 800 words in and we are now at 7,000 words in this draft, which is so exciting. It feels good. It feels really, really good. It is like 10 p.m. basically, and I'm really tired, so I am going to go to bed. But I don't know if anyone else is like this, but if I write really close to night, I have to do something afterwards or else I go to bed with my mind racing, like this kind of anxious energy. I think it's because I'm like still on that like thinking about my story mode, and then it makes me anxious because I'm like, if I think of something and then I want to write it, but I'm like done my writing session, like I need to do something that kind of shuts off my brain. So I think I'm gonna crochet for a little bit. I have the bag that I'm working on here and I can now put my yarn in it, which is so fun and fresh. I think I'm gonna continue doing a couple more rows of this. I need it to be built up a little bit more before I start doing the straps. Also, it's kind of not wide enough. Like I think the width was supposed to be longer than this. I don't know if I was stitching too tight because I followed the exact stitch count that the girl in the video showed, but I don't really, you know what? It's fine. It'll be fine. If it at least semi accomplishes its purpose, we'll be fine. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do a couple of rows of those while watching an episode of my Basically Unfiltered podcast. I don't want to listen to my audiobook right now because it's a romance novel, so again, that is going to get me into the itch of wanting to write, which is a great thing most times, but right before I'm about to go to bed, it's not. So yeah, I'm gonna listen to that podcast, just a little bit of it, and then crochet, and then go to bed. I'm very excited to sleep. Hello friends, it is the next day. I have not been vlogging as much today, but I woke up and basically have just been reading Beartown and writing a little bit as well. How many words did I get? I was gonna say how many words I got. I had like sorry, is my closet messy back there? No, it's fine. I had like one session today of writing and I got how many words? 776 is more than I thought that I got. So safe to say we will be hitting the word count goal today, but I'm so into my book right now. Something else about reading on a Kindle, like if you don't want spoilers, don't read that page, but I turn off the feature where you can see the clock while you're reading and then the page count, and it makes me read so much quicker because I'm not focused on those things. I feel like, honestly, let's have a chat about today's society. It's not gonna be that long, but I feel like nowadays there's such a heavy expectation on reading speed. It's how many books you can read a year, and with like the 24-hour readathon challenges and the reading 7 books in a week, like, and I have partaken in these. I think they're so fun to do like as challenges, but I do notice when I do things like that, I'm constantly checking my page number. I'm after an hour looking back at what page I started on to see how many words I read in, how many pages I read in an hour, and if it's going up or going down, like my average. And it's just sucking the fun out of reading, because when I was a kid, where my joy of reading started, I did not concern myself with any of that. I didn't track anything that I read. I just read when I felt like it. I would sit with books for so long, and honestly, I think there's kind of beauty in loving a book so much and also spreading out how long you read it, because you get to sit with these characters in the world a little bit longer than if you were to try to read it as quickly as possible and then immediately move on to the next. So all that to say, I don't think there's anything wrong with people who are trying to read more, people who are trying to read less. I think it's just like, oh, this hair is bothering me. It's just something that I've noticed that it definitely has changed with the uprise of book talk and booktube. And just read the way that you enjoy reading. I honestly don't mind at all that I'm a slow reader. It's only that I feel pressure when I have the same book that I'm reading over the course of so many different vlogs. And I do think people feel more satisfied when they can see or closing, wrapping up thoughts of the book in the same vlog. And I totally understand that. But I'm trying to eliminate that guilt and that feeling of trying to read faster. And I'm just enjoying the art of slowly reading and annotating a bunch and rereading sentences over and over again, and just immersing myself fully in the story. So yeah, the Kindle makes it a lot easier to do that, because I can get rid of everything and it's just the words on the screen and I'm tapping away. And yeah, it's almost dinner time. I'm like almost 60 60% of the way through the book, so I don't think I'm gonna finish it today, but all I've been wanting to do today is read. So I'm gonna keep reading. Is that a spider? Oh my gosh. It's just my hair on the, that's so gross, sorry. Looking at it through my screen, I'm like, is there a spider on me? I don't want to be mean, but I despise spiders. I'm sorry. It's not you spiders, it's me, but it's also you. Anyway, I just wanted to update you guys for today. I'm just reading a bunch, and I've also written, so it feels like a productive day. The sun is setting. It's so pretty. I love watching the sunset, and I will update you guys when I have something worth updating. Plans for fall today. Fall plans. Why did I say that weirdly? You know, the first time I turned on my camera, I'm like, words, what are they? I'm very excited because, you know, that outside part of our goal to go outside and experience the beautiful fall atmosphere, that is coming into play today. I didn't vlog yesterday because it just wasn't a fun day mentally, and I don't, interesting, fundamentally. It fundamentally wasn't a fun day mentally, and that's just not the time I want to pick up my camera and vlog. I don't vlog any of those moments, but I thought I would tell you, like, that is why I did not vlog yesterday. Sorry, Prince wanted to come in. Anyway, that's just life. I'm sure a lot of people can relate, but I'm excited to get out of the house today. I'm going to a fall market festival thing with my friends, and I'm trying to decide a fall outfit. I know I'm gonna show you 3 outfit options. They're so basic, and I also know that you can't help me choose, but maybe talking through it will help. These jeans that are from Garage, they're like a low-rise jeans that were originally mine, and then I traded with Serena for another pair of her jeans, and now I kind of want these jeans back. But it's okay. They don't even fit me that well, but it's okay. These jeans and a green shirt with a vest. I feel like because it's gonna be nicer today, like 21 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that would be Fahrenheit, sorry. But I hate being cold, so I'm bringing a vest just in case. I feel like this is outfit option number 1. 2 is same thing but with a black shirt, but because this is so cropped, I would probably wear it like for sure with the vest, like not taking it off. I don't know, I feel like it's just like so black at the top, and then like, I don't know. It's not like a fun fall color, but black goes with everything. So if we're taking pictures in front of pretty fall colors, an option. It's just a lot of like, yeah, no. Oh, Prince is on my shirt. Sorry, Prince, I gotta try this on. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with this actually. I like how the white brightens up the outfit because I'm gonna be wearing a black vest. And then like my Uggs are gonna be brown, like the brown Uggs that I wear. So, gosh, I wish you guys could tell me real time. I feel like the green maybe, but I'm honestly lazy and kind of just want to keep this shirt on. So I think this will be the outfit. I'm gonna add some rings, some jewelry. This shirt is from Garage, by the way. This vest is from Lululemon. Those other 2 shirts are also from Garage. Maybe you can guess my favorite store. Actually, not anymore now that they've raked their prices up so much. They used to be so affordable, and now they are so expensive. I can like barely afford to shop there anymore. So fun. I feel like a tote bag would be cute with this outfit, but I always gravitate towards my little ankle purse that Serena got me for Christmas. It's a market. Like, is a tote bag more the vibe? I'm gonna ask in the group chat and see what people are gonna bring, but this will be the outfit. And with Uggs, it'll be more fall, okay? Yay! I am gonna take a train ride to my friend, and then she's gonna drive us there. So that means I get to read on the train, which is so exciting because I didn't think I read Beartown yesterday, any of it. I didn't do much reading at all yesterday, but Kindle plus train is like the best combo, so.
I'm so down to watch 2 minutes.